So here we are hanging out. We're too far away from home. It sucks. So here on Dragon's Hive, having a chat. Hey, and Takaru saying that I'm talking about the dimensional jump, and Johnny saying how Shin Dragon did some dimensional jumping through like a wormhole, and and then Will doing some navigating. So but yeah, we're talking about jumping home. And even 1 light year shaves off a lot of time. And then Cassio comes up and has a chat. And this is where Nicola drops the bomb that Cassio not only used to be a topless, this guy, he not only used to be a topless, but he was actually incredible. He had the top score, so to say, 3 years in a row, and it would have been 4. It's like, wow, Cass, you were the best. He's like, yeah, I was really good. 3 years top score. Wow. He says, no. He's like, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, and he would have been 4, except he finished. And that's where you lose your powers as a topless. You finish. You lose your powers as a topless when you become an adult. When you get too old, because topless are magic babies in every sense of the word. They harness and focus the magical and extraordinary abilities that all children have. All children have the ability to do whatever topless do. But the topless do their thing, and then they eventually become too old, and they lose their powers, and they just become regular old adults. Terrible. What a terrible fate. Growing up, it's the worst. Whew. Yeah, and people who finish either stay around as coaches of the next generation, like Cassio's done, or they return to normal civilian life. And so far, there has not been a single topless that didn't finish and become a grown-up and lose their magical powers. But all children have magical powers. They all can fly and shit. Or, like, it's just that they get told by adults that actually they can't, and then they don't have their powers. And they're talking about the topless finishing and losing their powers, and Nicola gets real upset about it. Like, talking about it, you don't like talking about it. And it was like, well, calm down, Nicola, sorry, I didn't realise it was such a sensitive subject. And then Locke's like, Nicola, and he's like, oh, anyway, enough about that. My lady, and he's like, he gets all regular, and it's like, alright dude, calm down. And then Takara's like, wow, Nicola seemed really on edge when we mentioned finishing. That's weird, what's that about? And then Nona's like, oh yeah, Nicola, you're cool, you're the best. That's right, go man, sorry for being spooky. And then Aoi's like, anyway, Noriko, so, it's like, that smooth lady. She's incredible. Watch this. She's like, so, you were at the heart of the galaxy once, right? How did you get back? And Noriko says here, in this incredibly long line, I think actually that character might be part of it as well, but I'm not sure. But that incredibly long line is all one thing that she describes. And she says, oh, it was easy. I used dimensional wave, resonant excitation, transposition, radial displacement, gravity wave, superluminal transport. And then, sorry, could you run that by us again? Sure. Dimensional wave, resonant excitation, transposition, radial displacement, gravity wave, superluminal transport. And Nono then tries to say it, but rather than each kanji, she's saying it out, spelling it out with hiragana, and she doesn't even get like halfway. She's like, but she get it, but how would radio and superluminal what? And it's like, damn, even the android can't say it. It's like, what the heck's that? And then Noriko's like, oh, well, it's basically warp drive. Yeah, there she says. She says it's basic. Yeah, she says it's basically warp. Sakuya, why didn't you just say that in the first place? Like, calm down, Sakuya, jeez. And then Noriko says that's one of Gunbuster's many incredible maneuvers, is it can just do shit like that. But it's only got one transposition reactor currently, doesn't have two. It really needs two to do that properly. And with only one, it can't recreate the effect. And Taku's like, dang, so that's part of the damage. And it's like, dang, that sucks. Rose says, well, do the Buster machines of the fraternity have anything like that can help? And they're like, and Takashi's like, no way, sorry, totally different. Like, we're from alternate dimension or whatever. And then Rose says that even the Gishin's warp system isn't that advanced. It maxes out at maybe, yeah, and then Takeru here says it maxes out at maybe 1,000 light years ago a pop, and only then with a huge expenditure of energy. So Gunbuster's fucking incredible. But yeah, like, best we can hope for is to do like lots of little jumps, I guess, then. And remember how the other group were like, oh damn, how are we going to get back? Well, maybe we'll just stay here and fight and die, and that'll be fine. These guys are like, let's just beat up the other dudes who are here and steal their stuff and go home with their stuff. So we're going to go beat up the other guys and investigate, see how they do it, and then eventually we'll get home. It's like, yeah, so Johnny here says, well, according to World's data, Space Satan, the Invaders, the Vajra, and the Hideas all come from... No, he doesn't say Space Satan, he says Space Monsters, the Uchukaiju. The Space Monsters all come from the center of the galaxy and come to where we are, so they must have some way of doing it, so let's get them. Aoi is like, damn, Lado said that the Hideas are garbage and bad, so we can't even talk to them, unfortunately. But there's lots of dangerous things going around at the center of the galaxy, and Noriko's like, damn, the center of the galaxy, Space Monsters there, I hate them, personally. But yeah, there's loads of dangerous stuff here, and probably Sidereal even want backup, so maybe that's why they've been gathering all the dimensional energy. And Aoi here says, well, yeah, Hades of the Mykonai was a real piece of shit, wasn't he? He was a jerk. He says big fights throwing down. And then Nicola says, you're all romanticists, and then I was like, hell yeah, it's incredible, I love the way you said that the center of the galaxy is romantic, all these forces meeting there. But it would have been nice if the Sidereal guys had just like asked us to help instead of attacking us, but you know. And Nono is infectiously enthusiastic. Now Sakuya's crying. Damn, look at it. Even an android knows more about love than this dude. And then Noriko here said, what about you, Kura? AG mentioned the proposal. But we're gonna get ready to jump now. They're going to get ready to jump. They're looking forward to the jump, and they're like, what do you mean looking forward to the jump? And then Nicola says that according to Noriko, warp jumps make all your clothes go see-through. And Sakuya's like, fuck yeah, I love warp travel. Look, oh, it's gonna make everybody's clothes see-through. I'm gonna see all the titty. And then Tiko's like, what the heck? That's the... And Ada's like, this awful dude, he doesn't know shit about women now. He's like, oh, dang it. Sorry, everybody. But Nicola, where'd you hear that? And then Nicola's like, it's just a joke. It's like, oh, Nicola, you cheeky boy. And Sakuya's the only dude who gets shouted at for going, hell yeah, that's good as hell. And then Noriko says, comment, sorry, Sakuya. Sorry, but that only happens in anime. It doesn't happen in real life. So Sakuya's the only dude who gets dunked on, despite 3 other dudes going, hell yeah, see-through clothes, that's good. But he's the only one who gets yelled at. Poor Sakuya's like, I just wanted to see a titty in space. It's like, damn dude, quit it. And here we have the chapter 18, the endless embodiment of destruction. And boing. We warped. How far did we go? How far did we go in the jump? 0.8 light years. And Caffey's like, what the hell? You're kidding, right? That means we've still got 28,000 to go? It's gonna take us 35... Oh, jeez, this isn't good. And Hayato says that, well, like, on the grand scale of things, that's not actually that huge a jump even, so that's why it doesn't even change the scenery very much. But Hayato says to Wata that the distance from Earth to Pluto is how many Wata, how many light years is it between Pluto and Earth? 5? No, you're off, way off. 40, that is 0.001 light years from Earth to Pluto. So actually we did a huge jump that's like several solar system diameters through space. That's right, we actually did a real good jump. And based on this test run, Will thinks that he'll be able to do about 100 light years on the next one. Unfortunately, it's got 100, that's 10 times as many as we've got now. Hell yeah, we're gonna make it. And then Umaru's like, oh, but what's the cost on it? And then Fox Super says that, yeah, unfortunately it's going to take 7 to 10 days to recharge the get arrays necessary. So that means it's going to take us a pretty long time to get back. And then unwanted guests. I like Hayato, who's like, Wata, don't be upset that we didn't go very far, because actually, we went pretty far compared to very small distances. But here's space monsters, dang it, launch all the fellas. So these are the Otherworld space monsters. This is the first time the Topless has seen them, and Nicola's like, oh yeah, gonna get these guys and study their data and get it back. And Noriko's like, dang it, I am not pleased with this. What's up, Noriko? And she's like, dang it. Vanishing drive, yeah, the vanishing drive. It says the space monsters warp, and she mentions the vanishing drive. And she says that she thought they were just stragglers that got jumped to this world the same way Noriko was, but because they're here, then it means that they must have a nest at the center of the galaxy. And seeing as they've got the ability to follow the signature of vanishing drive type jumps, they're going to chase us all the way. And Noriko hates the space monsters. And Lado has data on these ones. Dang it, the center of the galaxy, Baal hanging out there. And Nicholas like, dang, this sucks. It's like, let's beat them all up then, let's go. 10 days we got to survive getting attacked by this guy as well. That's fine, let's go. And then Nono making a face like, what's up, Nono? Gotta fight space monsters. These space monsters might not be like ours, but they're still space monsters. She's like, yeah, okay, sure. But something going on in her head. And the SR point for this stage is achieve max tactical combo 2 times on 2 separate turns, which is fine because Noriko's here, so... We'll fly ahead with Nono first because she's got shit to say. Lauk and Nicola also have shit to say. Does anybody else have shit to say here? Nicola, Lauk, Noriko, and Nono, yeah. Come and get me, space monster. So here's... Well, I don't care if they're from a different world. Space monster's still a space monster. Let's go, D-Snurf. It's a Buster Machine's job to exterminate these things. If you had any sense, you wouldn't even try to fight me.
お前たちを倒すためのバスターマシンだからな。宇宙怪獣の相手は任せろ。
And all these no space monsters.
ビビるかいぞ。
The hell is Lauk so fucking strong all of a sudden? That's weird, right? Just did a 10k crit with that? Okay, yeah, I guess she does have like an extra 15% damage than she otherwise would. Never mind, that makes sense. And then here's Nono internally. What's going on? This is my first time fighting these, but I'm getting a big sense of deja vu. Don't understand. Then, Noriko, space monsters. I figured you were some remnants that got warped to this universe along with me. If you actually exist in this world, the Gunbuster and I'll take you on. Humanity won't be destroyed. We'll keep it safe no matter what. That's the promise I made with my sister and Coach Ota. Alright, podemos ir then.
地球には行かせない。絶対によく狙ってバスタービーム。
Should have gone for the team that Mars weakened. That would have got them their combo. They would have been able to go again, but for some reason I just didn't want to have them do it properly. I got greedy. Buster Harkin. You're wondering why V was missing one surprise in international hit? Because they didn't do it so it was all international friendly. Like that wasn't the goal, and they just done wing for 5 games and they didn't want to do it again. Not that much of a puzzler. But here's Nicola. Finally meet the otherworld space monsters. Didn't expect them to look like this. That's one objective fulfilled, and I've got to bring this data back. Like, if you're going by they had the sprites from 3.2 and most of the cast, then that's basically every series, like everything that was in Z3. And at that point, you might as well ask why everything that's ever been in Super Robot Wars isn't in the next game that they ever do. Like, it just didn't fit with the story they wanted to tell.
たまには僕もスコア稼ぎっとやるぞ。バスターメガテック PK だ。よし、みんな準備はいいかい？
Like, they already had an incredibly bloated cast. Stuff had to be cut. They can't add literally everything they've ever done forever, always. And then when Nicola gets some bop. Okay, well, he's supposed to say a thing, but I guess it's going to wait until after they're all done. And I don't think they actually had most of the cast either. Like, I think that's not even remotely true.
Oh
yeah, definitely. Like Big O, Macross, Gundam Wing, G Gundam, and Golan are the 5 most well internationally known mecha animes. But they weren't doing a game with all of the biggest Western, most popular, internationally known mecha animes, were they? Like, if that was their goal, then yeah, sure, but that wasn't what they were doing. And they will literally never have Macross in a game they want to release outside of Japan because of Harmony Gold, so it doesn't matter that it's well known because it ain't gonna be in there. Like, I am 100% certain that Macross will never be in a Super Robot Wars game they want to release outside of Japan. But yeah, like, you are right in saying that, but that doesn't mean they would be in V, because V's goal wasn't, hell yeah, let's get all of everything that's known in the rest of the world in. Like, Desco is known in the West. And Double O and Cross Ange. And Evangelion, but otherwise it was just, they just picked some shit. Yeah, Full Metal Panic is as well, yeah, but again, their goal wasn't to do, oh, let's do one which has loads of shit that was internationally famous in. Like, people think that about W because of the series listing W, but V obviously isn't because it's got Mike Gain and shit in it. Boss is like, dang, this sucks, I hate this, I got a real bad feeling. Go makes a face, what is it, go? He's like, they're coming. Oh, jeez, more space monsters? No. Goddamn Michael, eh? Duh! Like, it's the humans that beat up Hades. Then finally we get revenge. It's like, what the? And then his Tinker's like, what the hell are they? Big dudes? Robots? And, Hayato says they're the gods of Olympus, or so they say. They're the Mycenae, self-styled gods. And they're a bunch of shitheads. They're pretty close. They may not be actually gods. Gods? Gods? You mean gods are real? It's like, in a fashion. They're real strong, no matter what. And they previously went to Earth to get dimensional energy, and it took a major help from Zeus to get them to piss off. And then we beat them up again. When they showed up later. It's like, dang it. But these guys are mad as hell, and they're like, oh yeah, fighting the bar, let's fucking go. And then Nicola's like, hell yeah, nice work. We lucky we met. And then Sam's like, no, Nicola, they're not gonna accept our help on this. They're just gonna beat us up as well, because they're shitheads. And it's like, dang it. Vicky says, after the jump, we're all low on energy and juice and stuff. And in between jumps, we're going to be in real trouble because we've got to fight all these guys. Piss. Yeah, Mike Gain's really good. Okay, who wants to talk to Mike and Koji does, obviously, because he's a wild dude. Boost a dash. Whoosh. Rocket punch combination. And then here's... Didn't think the survivors of the Mycenae had run off to the centre of the galaxy and then come here to chase you, but if they're coming here, I'll take them on. Put them up. I'll send you to meet with Hades if that's what you're after. Fucking Koji. Talking big shit to everybody. Classic Koji. Yelling at God. Eventually something to make Harmony Gold back down right? Unlikely. They haven't so far.
調整は大事だからね。好き勝手動き回る子供たちに比べれば。混ぜてやるぜ、ダーボットの力を。
What else do they have? They're a real estate company. That's what else they have. They're a real estate company that whenever anything Macross is mentioned anywhere, they sue the hell out of you. And then sometimes they'll tweet out like, "Oh, it's like everybody complained that we should give it up. Do you really want Robotech Delta or Robotech Frontier?" And then people are like, "Actually, that might be fucking cool. That might be actually vaguely amusing." They're not also a real estate company. That's actually what they are. They are a real estate company. Like, that's all they do. Like, they were at one point a big fancy people, but then they're not, and now they just do real estate. So they don't have what Tico says, but Tico's like, dang it, these freaking space, like, these space sponsors are different to ours. What's up with them? Oh, jeez, I guess I'm gonna have to beat these up too. Like, they were a thing, but they haven't been a thing for a very long time. They're just a real estate agent now.
Oh yeah! 簡単にやられてたまるかよ。
来た来た。お仕事が多くて嬉しい限りだね。
Yeah, Harmony Gold is a real estate developer, motion picture industry and production company, but they don't do any of that other shit anymore. They haven't done it for years, as far as I know.
バスターラケット。
That's the thing, Pat. Nobody actually knows what their contract actually is and what they do have the rights and what they don't. The current thought is that their contract they made all those years ago is they get to control everything Macross outside of Japan. Because that's what they go to court with. Because Robotech isn't just Macross, it's also must be Ada and another couple of things.
覚悟しろ宇宙怪獣。これが人間の底力だ。大グレンダンの魂。
Like the actual thing that lawyers have gone into on it is, if anybody actually took them to court and said, "Hey, you actually don't own the rights to everything," they would lose. Like Harmony Gold would lose. But they would fight so hard, it would cost you so much money that it's not worth it, which is why no Japanese company has bothered with it, because it's too, like, there's no point. It's just absolutely not worth it. Double boomerang spiral.
OK っす。ちゃんとやりますよ。 まだまだ前進あるのみだ。
They should band together then?
俺
No,
は
you
アラフォ
don't.
ンシモン。
you
お前
don't
を倒す
understand.
男だ。どっちの攻撃で倒せるか。勝負というわけか。面白い。
Why would companies band together for
俺はウ
starters?
ィングだ。
And why would they spend loads of money to not get that much money back? Like, they just lose money on it. Why would they bother? Tetsuya no full power.
アクセル、怪物を倒すんだ。鉄人28号、戦闘を開始します。フルパワーで一気に行くぞ。
Like, why would a company spend $50 million over 5 years to fight for something that they'll earn $2 million back on?
聞いてるぞ。
If costs so high, they all feel it's not worth it to go alone and do a group thing to lower costs. Yeah, but then they gotta split the profit afterwards. Why would the companies get to, like... That's just not how businesses work. You're living in some sort of weird fantasy land. Like, it's not just about how much money it costs, it's how much they'd get back and all the other shit. Like, you can't just go, oh yeah, we'll do that. It's like, well, no, because what are they getting out of it? Oh, well, they'll just spend 50 million to get 1 million back. No, they won't do that. No company in the history of the world has ever done that. If it was worth their time and money, they would have done it already. Hi, Rob, what are you doing? Like, if they felt it was worth it, they would have done it years ago.
飛龍上雲の時全訪問を開け
And it's easier to just go, you just won't do Macross internationally than fight them for a decade and spend loads and loads of money that you would never ever get back in a million years.
残念ながらその程度では落ちませんので
So here's these guys going, you're garbage humans, you're done, we're gonna get Lord Hades back, and then you're gonna be roasted and toasted. Like, dang, humanity aren't gonna give up. Well, if you're on the simulation and how we're gonna do and get out of this one, it's like, it's not looking good though. Yeah, Fox Super says it's real dangerous, and the more damage we take is more damage we can't repair, while also getting attacked infinitely by space monsters and bullshit. Space sucks. And then everyone's like, Koji bro, what's up? And he's like, I got a plan. How about we beat the bad guys up so hard, then they don't want to fight us, like, ever again? And he yells so loud and he gets so rowdy that the Mazda starts to glow, and the Hydra's like, dang, Koji's spirit and that power of light, photon power, oh geez, here it comes. That light, photon power energy, it's doing weird shit to space. It's Zeus. Koji just coalesced this boy perfectly. And he says, the God of Light will never perish as long as Zeus, we thought you were fucking dead, dude. And he says, the God of Light will never perish as long as hope remains in the world. And then we all get rowdy because Zeus has showed up. It's like, what's this? And it's like, wow, in my heart I'm feeling true good power. He's like, that's right, Steel Heroes. That's the power of hope and justice. Curse you, Zeus! You're done, fellas. How you doing, Zeus? I'm doing good, Steel Hero. Fox, we were. Cancel the simulation. I don't care what it says. Let's do it. Got it. Let's go. Let's go, nerds. And he's got an assist attack this time. Like, they programmed him to have an assist attack. Noriko's gonna get the ×5 thing, and now I want to just lower these guys. Pretty much is the deal. So next turn I want to get a thing, and then the turn after I want to get a thing. But here's Zeus. He's big. He's strong. He's got fucking 14,000 hit points. The only thing you missed that was important was Noriko owning everybody, because she knows science. And they explained that Cassio used to be a topless, and not only did he used to be a topless, he was the best topless. He had the top score 3 years in a row. And he would have been 4 years, but then he finished. And finishing with a capital F, it's a proper noun. When you finish as a topless, that's when you lose your powers. Because you see, the topless, they merely have the powers that all children have. All children have extraordinary and wondrous abilities, but they're told by adults that they don't, so then they lose them real quick. But some of them keep on to that power, and they'll have their stupid bullshit, and they go on, and then eventually you get too old. You just get too old, you become an adult, and you lose your powers, and that's it. Because being an adult is garbage, and being a kid is cool. And when you lose your powers, you either stay on to help the other people out, like Cassio does, or just go and be a regular dude. And Nicola got really antsy talking about it. So, and it's obvious that all of his weird little sides where he's like, oh, I want to know about that, oh, I've got to get this data, like, it's obvious he's worried that he's going to finish soon. Obviously. If you want to do Noriko knows science, watch the Gunbuster science lessons. There's one for every episode of the show. It's like a little 1 minute, 2 minute short where Noriko gets educated on the science of Gunbuster. But yeah, Aoi asked Noriko, hey, weren't you at the centre of the galaxy once and then you got back home? How did you do that? And Noriko went, oh, it was easy. Dimensional wave resonant excitation transposition radial displacement gravity wave superluminal transport. And everybody just went, what? And she went, dimensional wave resonant excitation transposition radial displacement gravity wave superluminal transport. Easy. And everyone was like, I don't get it. And she just went, it's basically warp drive. And then Sakura was like, why didn't you just say that? Why didn't you just say warp drive? Huh? But Gunbuster only has one transposition reactor currently instead of the 2 needed to do that. So probably can't do it again right now because it's only got the one reactor. And none of the other aliens have got anything that can do that. And then Nicola said, "Oh yeah, well, Noriko told me that when you warp, all your clothes go see-through." And Sakuya was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I want to see a naked titty! Fuck yeah!" And Nicola was like, "Yeah, dude, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good shit, if you ask me." And then Nicola's like, "Nah, I'm only joking, dude." He's like, "What?" And then Noriko said, "Yeah, that sort of thing only happens in anime." And then Sakuya was like, "Dang it, I was looking forward to that." And a couple of other dudes were, but only Sakuya got told off for getting excited about that. Everybody else was let off the hook. Like the Gunbuster science lessons, they have like a little bit where they talk about Tannhäuser, as in like the Tannhäuser Gate from Blade Runner. They talk about another, like they talk about a couple of fictional scientists as if they were real, and like they have a little sort of encyclopedia entry on them. And it's reasonably hard. It's not super hard. It's wild, but it's got a little bit of substance to it. And then the final science lesson is, oh yeah, you know the big boat in the final episode of Gunbuster? That's piloted by psychic dolphins, and it moves by the power of mathematics. What it does is it rewrites the laws of physics, so that it's actually somewhere else. It's just where that it just goes completely wild at the end. It's really good. They're just like, well, you know how there's equations where you have your initial position, then your final position? That's how you work out velocity. You use like point A to point B, like speed equals distance over time, and to work out the distance you do initial point and then the after point. Well, we just do that equation but change the starting point to the ending point. It's like, fucking hell, guys. we just say that we just change point A to point B and then we're there. It's like, fucking hell. It's like, yep, these psychic dolphins, they're doing all the numbers. They love to crunch. It's really good though. And fucking Noriko makes a really good face. I gotta find the Noriko science face. When she just doesn't fucking get it at all. It's really good. They explain something to her and she's like, duh, buh. Here's when Noriko gets it wrong about warp travel, so Coach writes a big X on her face. There she is fucking it up again, so Coach comes out of the computer window. It's good. This science is really good.